大家不是晚上，大家下午好，欢迎来到奇拉直播间，我是你们最友好的老邻居奇拉。法蒂娜下午好，咖啡边下午好。好的，又是一个疲惫的一天了。最近不知道为什么，一直觉得好累哦。我家反安下午好，今天不外乎也是一个非常异常疲惫的一天。校长致辞，才第一句话。在旁安下午好。最近我真的不知道发生什么事情。其实主要是从上礼拜开始嘛，上礼拜开始就觉得好累哦。就平常以前就算是累的话，至少还会想开台，可是现在是累到连开台都不想，可是就觉得没赛不行，这也太远了吧！对不起，我不是故意这么大声的。这整个浑身很不对劲，但又说不出来这到底是哪里啊？累病。但你要说不出个原因，你知道，就不知道为什么，就不是说不出个原因，说不出个你哪里不舒服。说不出来到底哪里不舒服，所以我也不知道到底是哪里不舒服，反正就是浑身上下都不对劲。昨天跟今天尤其严重，5月病的前兆。要睡了吧？我回家问晚安，啵啵晚安。可是我就想说，我现在精神算比较好，比起晚上的精神。我昨天晚上不是昨天晚上，昨天其实算睡很多我个人觉得我昨天已经算睡很多了。然后晚上还那么没精神，我真的是要疯了。所以我就想说，不行，我要趁现在。哎呀，卡住了！我的游戏要没了吗？太久没玩了，游戏要没了。讲到哪里了？我卡哦，怎么会这样？好卡哦！我要生气了。
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there.
应该不是 OBS， 是
She
游
said
戏
they
有问
took
题。
the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs, they'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Centaurs aren't known for being the friendliest lot, especially not with wizard kind. And not right now.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
卡，怎么会这么卡？他是在说你太久没玩游戏了，所以我要让你的游戏很卡。我按错，好的，我要回观音室拔我的魔药了。电脑也累了，诶，可是我前段时间有重开机过。哦，真的是不知道为什么全身都怪怪的。这还要5分半。
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
好吧，那就算了，还要这么久就算了。谁要寄信给我？这个先不解，因为它太世纪无敌远了。好吧，我们去火米村外面。我是不是可以成为厌世 CV？ 厌世系一下，厌世系 VTuber。我现在整个就是有点厌世啊，很不舒服，很厌世。这有没有搞头呢？其实也不到很不舒服，可就是真的就是怪怪的。你们要听我抱怨1个小时了，如果至少开1个小时的话，你们要听我抱怨1个小时了。
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
哎呦，哪有人突然间长出来的？
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
大家都要找我哎。
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how
想
they are being blackmailed by
半躺
Rookwood
下
and
来，
Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
舒服。
Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
It's a wonderful thing to have.
OK， 它是最近的。在楼上，我讨厌走这边的楼梯，因为很晕。
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
这边的楼梯超晕的。
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles, and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well.
完蛋了，太久没玩了。毕科是谁啊？毕科是不是之前有一次那个说
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
说一直致力于在揭发他们的那个事迹的人，然后有一次就不小心数掉了。太久没玩了，剧情都忘光光了。
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so
就只
quickly.
让他下午
In
好
an。instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly
他们这样
dangerous.
子把包
As
裹
for
摆在
Rosie's
外
letter,
面，
should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
这样子把对他们直
Hurry
接
off
把
before
货物
Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
把货物直接摆在外面的，好猛哦！我怕有人来拿。
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Hello
Excuse
there.
me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Io. 哎呦！
like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
好啊，
Perhaps I'll find
我
her
就
there.
走来走去啊。
Natty must be around here somewhere.
其实也是挺会跳的啦。哦，
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quick. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
还有地下酒吧，哎，这也太猛了吧！
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
One wonders if one might felt it warning. It's not gonna work. It's mine.
Revelio.
Harlow says her friend had been reckless enough. He wants them alive.
保安，
Lumos.
Just keep an eye out.
Revelio.
Best take I've had in a while. I had such a pilfer, I almost split me bag. How come?
I've had enough of Feldcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
I wouldn't go back to Pit upon Ford if they was giving out galleons.
Revelio.
哦，吓死我了！
Lucas Totalis.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up. They don't seem to care for me in a whole Can't say I blame them what with all that.
Revelio.
Hey.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
好多老鼠，大鸡的、小鸡的。
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
大鸡的、小鸡的，好多老鼠。
We've seen far worse in our years.
I may go to Hogsmeade later. There are some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Lumos.
哎，这边没有路。
How come I always draw the short straw? 看不到你，看不到我。
We'll need some stocks after our little visit. It's exhausting.
It's all about having a keen eye. Take me, for instance. My eye's as keen as a niffler's on a pile of gold, or a knobtail to a sow. No, I'm not bragging. That's just the truth, that is. Can't help me natural gifts now, can I?
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hogshead. Or back.
What's that?
Lumos.
这是什么？我不知道，反正我先进来再说。啊？我被发现了吗？不要发现我了！哎呦，好可怕哦，奇拉怕怕哦。
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend.
你没有发现啦，你没有发现啦，看不到我了。
The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
可是我还有一个人的那个情书没有找到，不行。
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is.
The girl's friend won't come looking for her. Too dangerous. Wasting our time.
哎呀，被发现了！哦，等一下啦！呵呵呵。 全世界的人，全世界的人都发现我了。可恶！这人给我打人真好。嘿嘿。还是把人清掉比较快乐一点嘛。
Revelio.
秀。
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Confringo!
其实我不是要这么暗的，不过算了。
Revelio. Lumos.
Confringo. 鼻子好痒。啊，其实我刚差一点就要到了，哎。
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Raven. He will tell you what you need to do. Bring you out.
先救同学吗？不行，一定要先跟他讲话。
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
有东西没有拿完，哎。
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
我想先回去拿东西。咦，好卡逊。
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
我找不到他的魔杖，在房间里的某个地方。
Lumos.
上面还有西兰骨头。哎呦，悠悠安安。
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Alohomora. Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
啊，他就这样子，咻一下就开了。
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
没关系，我刚刚已经打一波了，应该没了吧？不会长出来了吧？臭豆腐安安，下午好。
Lumos.
Lumos， 嘲笑人家口音。
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and
Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
怎么才过40分钟？哎，对，我可以直接用那个过去。睡午觉时间到，也不是啦，就是最近一直不是很舒服，就都也不是不舒服，就是怪怪的，身体怪怪的，可能是想睡觉了。我其实也不是感觉也不是想睡觉可是以前怎么都没有这么。以前怎么都没有这种疲惫过啊？也不是呢，我觉得是以前有这么疲惫过，可是已经很久没有这样子不舒服了。阿姨安安，晚上好。
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a
身体好
surprise,
转，
I
身体
suppose.。
我不确定是身体的问题还是心理的问题。
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell
希
that
望
we're
只是
sincere.
很好
There's
解
something
决的
about
身
them
体问
that's
题。
so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
身心好转，好的，谢谢。
We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
杀了这2个小混蛋！
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
七宝安安，下午
I
好。
suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your
你好
place,
像有
old
点言
fool.
毕哦。
I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
越长时我不是很多颗。
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
我延毕很久了，当大家都已经在玩其他游戏时，就我还在霍格华兹。好啦，最近看能不能再勤劳点。这就是真爱吗？这也不是真爱不真爱，就只是单纯的前段时间比较懒惰，没有开，也不算懒惰吧，就只是单纯前段时间没有在开霍格华兹而已。大家都毕业，大家都冲完主线了，就我一个人，也没有我一个人啦，其实蛮多人还没玩完的吧。我还在这儿，很快乐的。快乐的继续我的冒险。还没开始上学。是齐啦，柔柔安安，下午好。在我同学寄信来之前，我就到处晃一晃吧。耶，我是旷课的。哎呦，有气球可以撞呢！这边我不记得我撞过了没。哦，撞过了。妈，撞过的还会长出来吗？哦，原来没有撞过。 啊，去接主线好了。在这边晃来晃去。还有魁地奇 DLC 哦，真假的？我都已经延毕这么久了，然后就要出，我已经延毕到要出魁地奇的 DLC 了。天哪，我也延毕太久了。
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's
刷脸书看到的。
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Until then. 有可能啦，我是觉得都已经做霍格华兹游戏，你不给他出一个那个魁地奇 DLC 削一波，怎么可以呢？啊，好累哦！为什么会这么累啊？以前开2-3个小时都没问题，为什么现在开还不到1个小时？我现在开不到1个小时就这么累，为什么？老了，的确是有点老了。而且是瞬间巨大的老化。不开台只玩游戏也会累吗？累哦，就是我现在就是处在一个不开台或开台都累爆的状况，然后就是浑身不舒服，浑身就是我讲不出来到底是什么东西的不舒服就是我全身上下都怪怪的，可是我讲不出来到底是哪边怪怪的，就有时候会发抖，跟老人一样啊！不要讲跟老人一样，有点侮辱老人。就是会吵，然后就会有点要便秘嘞，累病，怎么已经不是第一个人说是累病了？哦，可是我就是觉得我不能因为这样子就不开台啊，我不能因为这样就不开台，所以我才希望趁状况有比较好一点的时候赶快开台，结果一开台又累得要死。大家都有啦，就不是只有我啦。当然我不是说只有我才有发生这种状况，我只是说真的就是可是以前开台也没有这么累过，就不会觉得说好累哦，就是累到就想要赶快关台，至少都可以开个1-2个小时。我现在 好，侧服挂台加油，挂台加油，工作加油。
I have been meaning to speak with you.
直接从地板上爬起来，这个真的看一次想要吐槽一次。工作加油啦，不是挂台加油。
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved
有一本叫做《活力充沛24小时》的书。
and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits.
他是羚羊，他爸是长颈鹿。
One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
上午可能等下就想休息了，
Thank you
我
again
快
for
不行
saving
了
me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
我要不行了。大家都好快乐，我好想跟这群学生一样活力四射，很开心的坐在椅子上面吃各种食物。可是我不行，因为你看我做不下去，我做不下去就算了，我做不下去就算了。为什么？这是，这是绿色的，然后最左边也是绿色的。这是蓝的，这是红哦，这是黄哦。这是黄色哦，老了，其他你做啊，我倒是想做啊，我能做，我倒是想做啊。好累哦。有些人不喜欢听到主播一直说好累，这不是我看其他台，这不是我看其他台得出的那个，是曾经有人投棉花糖给我，对，我到现在还谨记在心。他说我突然间讲好累，他让他觉得才开这样架会让观众有错愕感。我可能有一点误解他的那个用词啦，也许我有误解这样。 我一直记得。有时候我觉得观众棉花糖还是能给点那个，虽然说我很久没收到棉花糖了，这也算是一种好事吗？很久没有棉花糖可以看了，我就不用有支线欸，我们来解支线。其实我今天有想过，还是我干脆先休息一阵子。我先休息一阵子，可是我又觉得说休息一阵子会让我反而更浑身不对劲，而不如就不要休息好了。
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No.
不要投了，没有要毕业啦，谁跟你说要毕业了
But she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also,
没有人说要毕业啦，在那边。
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking.
霍格华兹毕业，我也想快一点。
Tell which bell goes where.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music
欸，
room.
我好像已经完成了。
Certainly of more help than Adelaide.
我记得我已经完成了。
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
对，这个钟还是我自己私底下的时候解的，然后我花了超长的时间把那个钟挂回去。
See his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do, and I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means.
棉花糖不能打字，不要投啊！投什么棉花糖？不能打字就算了，不要打啊。我不知道为什么我的棉花糖，原来这就是为什么我的棉花糖都没有人投的原因，因为不能打字。可是我其实也不知道原因，为什么不能打，就算了，不能投就不能投，好爽哦！我不会收到棉花糖了。先找一个目标。其实这就是问题所在，这就是问题所在。我现在棉花糖累了就休息吧，没事的。好啦，你们人真好，谢谢你们。问题所在是我现在处在一个对事情都没有目标，就是找不到目标、没有动力的阶段。其实这已经不是第一次了，我的状况就是时好时坏，就是突然间有时候就是可以自己一个人主动做好多事情，然后去做好多想做的事，可是有些时候又完全丧失那个动力。所以我现在又处在那个完全丧失动力的状态下，我就不知道我每天该做什么，然后就想要用睡觉度过一整天。可这是不行的，所以我宁愿开台耗一点时间，也不要让自己一直睡下去。然后运动现在就是每周一次啊！你们不要觉得我每周一次很少哦，每周那一次运动量超大的。虽然说有人说不要一次累积那么大的运动量，可是现在没办法，我一次就是得动那么大。可是我会跟我的老师，不是半小时哦，我那一动不是半小时哦，别担心，反正我那一周一次的运动不是半小时那么简单的事情。刚搞到健身环，准备来玩。好的，希望你的健身之旅可以很顺利。我有看到有男生真的用健身环练出有6块肌，可是又有人说这是不可能的事情，所以我不确定健身环的效益到底有多大。体验其他的痛苦，其实玩健身环的时候其实没有到非常痛苦，它就让我很喘，然后会流汗，就这样子。它还没有让我到感觉有肌肉酸痛。 它还没有让我感觉到有很强烈的肌肉疼痛。我是自从回去运动之后，回去我以前不是上学，回去我以前上课的地方运动的时候，我整个真的简直是要死了。你知道我去上个礼拜五我去那边运动完之后，就整个是脚软，就是脚软，完全的没有办法，也不是完全没有办法站，就是很难站的那种脚软，就是很酸呐。然后隔天呢，隔天变成是痛，就是丽塔礼拜一说的，变成是肌肉拉伤那种很痛，撕心裂肺的痛，真的超痛的。然后我就变成连上下楼梯都很困难，所以那个礼拜五后，大概礼拜六、礼拜日、礼拜一吧，6日1吧，我的食物基本上是我妈，哇，这个学生也是很猛欸。我的食物是狼妈从一楼送到其他房间来给我的，因为我不能走。我好像讲过吧，这件事情我应该分享过。我在前段时间其实也回去运动过一次，然后那一次比这次更夸张，是全身都在痛，然后呢，那一次刚好隔天我还得去那个跟那个狼妈的姐妹跟亲戚一起出去玩，然后我们当时搭火车去目的地，我在火车上被那个一个孕妇让座，这是我此生最大的屈辱，也不是屈辱啊，就是很好，就是算是很有趣吗？我居然被一个孕妇让座，全身痛是没用对肌肉吧？你不被2个人让座，说不定是3个人哦。其实也不是说给孕妇让座是一件很屈辱的事情，就只是觉得很好笑。我居然被孕妇让座了，然后是用错肌肉，是因为我太久没动了，我真的太久没动了。然后当时一运动，全身的肌肉一起动之后，就全身没有用的肌肉一起动起来，然后他们就一起集体的肌肉拉伤。
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Roanoke.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok.
改善方法，其他想到，你说改善肌肉酸痛的方法吗？还是改善情绪的方法？
It's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password.
集体乳酸堆积，没错，就是这样子。我其实上个礼拜五会只有腿乳酸堆积，是因为我只上了前半段的课我就走了，因为我后面想要去回诊。然后这个礼拜五可能就是要动全身了，所以我接下来可能又要变成一个全身肌肉酸痛的废人了。我直到今天我的腿还在痛，你知道，直到现在我才很惊讶，人体真的是一个很奥妙的东西。运动前喝牛奶对身体有帮助，是哦，好啊，我可以试试看。
After my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up, and I shall.
我能想到的改善方法只有，他给我喝了什么很恶心的东西？运动完吃香蕉。
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about
我能想到的改善方式只有慢慢习惯那个运动，让我的肌肉去慢慢习惯那个运动。这种药好想喝，可是听说味道真的很恶心。听说了。
I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
我现在不能用葫芦燕，我只能靠我的双脚走。家人会一起运动吗？不会哦，只有我一个人，在那边。
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did. I did. Yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
找正妹一起培育运动。
And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets...
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours. Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
上一招一定被抓爆。
Of course you haven't.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
校长开门也要 loading 哦 ，loading 是 loading 还是 loading？ 没有 n 的音。见吗？安安，下午好。
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the
Professor Black. How are you, sir?
Greetings. I mean, out of my way, children.
Loading.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What? Nonsense. That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
This is the first
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you.
Professor, a word, please.
Nope.
Hello, Professor Black.
Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor.
好尴尬哦。
No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
有够尴尬的说话。
Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone.
他的耳朵怎么了？
himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
他这个一直打嗝啊，我听着。
I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
他一直打嗝，让我听了也好不舒服哦。你是吧？是没有？我现在不想打嗝。我昨天反胃的超严重的。我昨天我昨天反胃的超严重的，就是连喝白开水都想吐那种反胃，实在是超不舒服。幸好今天好一些了。不想打，所以我说这几天身体怪怪的。其实这几天也不是这几天，这段时间从上礼拜开始，也是跟医生在讨论断药的事情。我不知道是不是断药造成的反效果，可是我其实没有少吃多少药，老实说，我吃的药没有少太多，其实。个人觉得啦，所以我觉得不太应该会有这样子的效果。 啊，我们这时候只能推在是天气变化上面了，因为天气变化造成的。啊，这种楼梯真的是会让人很不舒服。最近蛮热的感觉，我家这边忽冷忽热。
That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
想找一个目标吗？
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
找一个目标，这我不太确定哎，就是。我觉得算是有一个目标吧。我现在的目标就是努力让自己不要用睡觉，很单纯的就是不要用睡觉度过一整天。因为我现在就是很快乐的用睡觉度过一整天，也没有一直啦，就是偶尔会有这样子的事情发生。所以我现在的目标就是让自己努力醒着，不要用睡觉度过一整天。让大家睡过去了，这不是一件好事情，好不好？这一个并不是一件好事情。
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber.
那下个目标就是为了达成这个目标，要找事情做。
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
打扫整理。不会，我基本上什么都不想做哎。可是最近在强迫自己，每一天早上的时候会学一点，念一点英文，然后再来是把一些工作的事情、直播的事情给解决，处理一下直播的一些事情。例如前几天就弄了抖内条啊，然后昨天好像录好了会员语音啊。是啦，英文是念不完，所以就每天花一点时间念。虽然说我觉得那段时间真的是，也不是，就我时间过得好慢哦，那段时间真的过得好慢哦。就像今天还有什么呢？我今天在开台前骑英文塔屁的，还是睡觉。今天在开台之前，我有去顶楼，很艰难的爬到了我们家顶楼，然后去吹吹风、晒晒太阳。虽然说太阳也没有很大，没什么太阳，可是就是去楼上稍微曝晒在大自然中。对啊，我有个目标是全英文台啊，那个目标至今为止还是存在啊。
That must be the pedestal.
他要把我传去哪里？完蛋了！他把我传走了。可以开英文台教你们英文，我自己英文都念不好了，我教你们英文，你知道我的英文基础全部都没了。
Professor Fitzgerald.
这个画风。
Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
这画风好特殊。
Swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
尼亚马好像是在。 等一下啊，稍微认真一下，要躲东西。
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
要躲东西，我稍微认真看一下哈。
I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right.
我被看到了，我要被一爪抓死了。 学英文的方式是自己是像学数学一样套公式。
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
我比较多是在
I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
我比较多是看一些影片，比较让它就是没有那么公式化的感觉。我觉得太公式化的学习法会让我很容易厌倦。屁的，看其他的，你这个英文本来就很好的人。
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
不是就是只是很单纯的看一些。
Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
很单纯的看一些简单的短片，就是有一些可能只是讲动物啊，讲什么。我最常看的是讲动物的影片啦。 哇！我被砍到了。我刚刚发出的声音好奇怪。怪声仔是我。
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. nothing this way but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Now's my chance.
That's 压力好大哦。
That's the way forward.
然后就说死神会出现，对不对？哦，隐形斗篷啊！
I'm invisible.
隐形斗篷啊！
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
接骨魔法杖
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
直接被压烂。有G，Hello G，Hello。哇，你走路声音也是挺大的呢。伤害好高哦！啊，狗狗，狗狗，狗狗不要咬我！ 操作到不知道按到什么键去了。 出招式都看不清楚，是还好啦，是还好，因为它都会提醒，身上会有那个东西会提醒你说，啊，怪物要出招了。可是就是，哎呦，我的游戏技巧不够好，闪得不够快。大只死神来，要打BOSS了。哇，还有3块！哎呦！还有1只3块，还有1只3块。哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒。哇，很累呢。其实还有另外2招可以用，可是另外2招我用的不是，不是很熟练。 哦，鼻涕流出来了，鼻涕流出来了。不打他们身上好像不痛，毕竟是三怪嘛，就算拿着接骨法杖打他们身上还是不太痛。魔法副作用是流鼻涕。
This must be for me.
You are far from finished.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear, sweet Neve.
Let us always honor her memory.
We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there's no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
在我前面突然停下来，叫我看，然后就突然停下来。
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
他从他烈烈那边抢走了魔法。好了，胸口了。
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she
哦，
found
不
a
是
way
他
to
偷走
store
魔
the
法，他
traces
偷
of
走他
magic
痛
she
苦的情绪。
extracted.
我刚想说他偷走应该是痛苦的情绪，可是他又把它吸掉，我就哦。
Ranrock has been digging at
他把痛苦
locations
拉
tied
出
to
来，
the
又把它
5
吸
names
掉。
he found in the journals of a goblin metal worker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Oh, 哦，今天先玩到这里好了。我先把万应室的东西弄一弄，就差不多准备要关台了。把给捆结。
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast.
你
We
才
can search for the final candlesticks.
Oh.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
"橘色的装先不要卖好了，像我才刚卖掉一件。
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
有支线。去接一接好了，下一次可以接一接。
Is everything all right?
Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you for asking. I'm
还到晚
Betty.
上欸，
Betty
不太可
Van
能。
Luke, and no, everything is not all right. It's my dear friend Hazel. She's in trouble.
Hazel?
Yes. Oh, she's a unicorn. Known her for
晚上我等下睡一下。晚上如果我有精神的话会开台，可是如果我觉得精神状况不好的话，我就今天晚上就不开台了。
is glorious. Well, the last time I saw
对，
her,
我等一下会休息一下，然后晚上状况好的话，晚上会开台。
loyal friend that she is, leapt in front to protect me, and in the process, I fear she may have been injured.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but she seems to have gone into hiding. Out of fear, I'd imagine. I know you Hogwarts students learn a fair bit about caring for beasts. Perhaps you could find my unicorn friend and get her somewhere safe so that she can heal.
I'll keep an eye out for your unicorn friend and take her to safety if I see her.
Oh, you've a good soul. I can always tell. Please, don't risk your own safety, though. I don't know precisely where she is, but I can tell you that her den is north of Hogsmeade. And although I haven't been able to brush her lately, I imagine she still has the brightest, most beautiful coat of her entire herd. Remember, you'll know her by her brilliant coat. Oh, and be warned, she's a stubborn girl. She may need some convincing to come with you.
I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. Sounds as if she's in trouble.
之后再去找他，下一次我能走再去找他。没有很远。好了，休息。谢谢大家，今天越来越虚弱。谢谢大家今天来看我的彩票玩游戏。那晚上如果我精神状况还 OK 的话，晚上我们再见喽。辛苦了，大家都辛苦了。真的，午安辛苦了，车后福午安辛苦了，咖啡杯午安辛苦了，帕丽娜午安辛苦了，柚子午安辛苦了。好的，悠悠午安辛苦了，悠悠午安辛苦了。默默给人家取错啊，悠悠午安辛苦了。好的，没意外的话，我们晚上再见。如果再放午安辛苦了，如果我没有开台的话，那就是我状况不是很好，我就不会开台了。我会尽量，好不好？我努力一点点，我会努力的。好的，各位伯伯，再会了。七宝午安辛苦了，冰镇午安辛苦了。